light side.
Ooh.
Hey,
There.
there's probably no way you know where my destiny points ended up, do you?
Huh?
Oh, Liz is muted. Liz, did you know you're muted?
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm here.
There's probably no way to know where my destiny points ended up. Is there?
What do you mean? Oh no, everything is put together with the RPG stuff, like where your dice rollers are on one of those shelves. All the Star Wars stuff is in the bag, except for
Oh, perfect. Okay, excellent.
yeah. So those little like coin things with the different white and black sides. Mhm.
Yep, that's them.
They're with your cards.
Awesome. Thank you. Perfect. Okay, so let's see here. Dang. Perfectly even. Looks like 3 and 3. Oh, wait.
No, it's 3 and 2.
No, 3 and 3.
3 and 3.
Oh, okay.
Because I rolled for me and Jake.
Yeah.
And one of us got one light side and the other one got one dark side. And then,
So is that me? I got dark side.
yeah, it can be you if you want.
Light side.
Okay. All right.
Okay, I decided what I'm going to do with my XP. I'm literally throwing it into force and specializations that are only for finding food, water, and shelter, and then also grit.
Okay.
I'm just dumping
Nice.
all of it into survival skills.
Cool.
So you said grit?
Yep, I'm going to do grit for specializations, forager, and then for force powers, the alter basic power, because that's required to move forward. And then
No, it's not.
Oh, it's not? Well, I'm going to take it anyway. And then control supplies.
Dan, what's your specialization tree?
I am... So for force, I'm an alter, and for specializations, I'm a pathfinder.
Nice.
So,
Wow. Well, your little growth there just increased your chances of finding food by a lot.
yeah, I feel like that's really, really going to be helpful.
Yeah.
I don't even really care that was somewhat of a rush decision. Because it's just going to come in handy so much. I'd rather not starve if I had the opportunity.
Yeah, well, and I mean, that's not like, if you think about it, as a Jedi who's like communing with the Force, considering the journey you guys have just gone on, it would make sense that like you would reach out through the Force and find things to like help you overcome the struggles you guys have had.
That's right.
So that makes sense. Okay. Are you good with your character sheet, or do you want me to send you another copy?
I'm good. I'm printing it right now.
Okay. Alrighty. That being said, if you guys wanted, I just wanted to give you guys the opportunity to discuss what happened with your characters while you were separated. Do you guys not remember?
I don't remember.
I remember, yeah.
No, I remember very much being like a trial situation, like.
Yeah, I feel like I encountered some weird creatures of some sort. They're indescribable.
Two of you fought statues.
Yep, that was me and Stevie.
Yeah.
So, if I remember correctly, we fought statues and then like poofed into like the Twilight Zone and came back unscathed.
Yeah, that's kind of what happened to me too.
Yep. Yeah, my notes say we entered a room with 6 statues. There were no faces on them, but they appeared menacing. The room spins at the doorway. that we came in is blocked off. Statues are now under some kind of a light, and under the light, we can see that they have menacing faces. We fight the statues, get our asses whipped, and then wake up from a dream to find out that we hadn't really been fighting at all.
Correct.
Yeah, like we got hurt. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. And
Rather
then,
intense.
let's see. Jeb and I. Let's see. We descended into the quote basement area unquote. It was a watery area with a lot of fungus and it had a weird eerie blue aura. As we entered, the room began to spin. It blocked off the doorway out of the room and repositioned where we were in respect to that weird fungi. There were 3 odd-shaped pillars that popped up, blocking the light, and I noticed that there were shadows from the pillars that were oddly humanoid-shaped and moving. Then all of a sudden, Jeb and I were rushed by 3 shadowy creatures that seemed to have come from those shadows. When we were attacked, I got hit hard. Or I hit one hard and it disappeared, and then the room opened to a courtyard, and then I kind of found you guys.
Yes. Specifically, so, and oh shoot, now I have to look up her damn name. Pemmy. Pemmy explains to you guys that this temple was used as a training facility. She apologizes for the deception, but she'd actually discovered it several years ago, and had just been staying in the area, hoping that she would hear word of other Jedis or that somebody else would come and seek out the temple on their own, like you guys did.
So, oh, sorry, I'll let you finish, and then Dar has something to ask her.
No, she explains that this temple was built long ago as a different way to train Jedi back in the day. They would go from temple to temple and learn various parts of their curriculum, so to speak, and then move on to the next temple. That was before the master and Padawan, I should say, relationship was developed.
Oh. So, is it normal? So, Dar is going to ask Hemi, is this normal that Jedi lie to each other?
Lie is a strong word, and there's really only one Jedi here. But lie is a strong word. I wanted to assess your abilities, especially and your intentions, especially if you had come seeking training.
Mm-hmm.
20 years is a long time to be wandering the world without direction. Even more so for those connected to the Force. Besides, one can never be too careful these days.
I thought that the Jedi Code required that you be honest. At least that's what I've heard.
And where would you have heard that?
Is that one proverb that your sis dad taught you? That one?
That's kind of where I'm going with this, yeah. Not maybe in those words, but...
No, I'm laughing at someone who's about to be a Padawan.
I mean, I have been seeking out the Jedi. I ought to know something about them.
That's fair. I think you might be misinformed. Whereas, yes, we do strive for harmony and honesty. We are not compelled by code or honor to always be truthful.
Watch out for the dark side.
Which, heads up, they're super not, by the way.
Yeah.
They are fully allowed to lie to you and trick you, like, as long as they're like not being.
I know that out of character. I'm role playing.
Okay, got you. Yes.
Beware of the dark side.
They have cookies.
What?
Beware the cookies.
I laugh in the face of the dark side.
I laugh in the face of cookies. Okay. Well. Okay, that answers my question then.
I want to know, like
what happens?
Have
next?
you known about this temple the whole time you've been here?
Not the whole time. It did take me a little bit of digging and exploration to do, but this is as good a place as any to lay low, and so I was happy to spend the time. But I have known about it for quite some time. In fact, we took the quite possibly most difficult path imaginable to get here. There's a much easier route.
No, I'm very fascinated and excited about all this. History wise, and like I want to explore it. If there's anything else there to see.
Beware of the dark side.
I will tell you, large portions of the temple have fallen to disrepair. There are quite a number of other levels of training courses and trials to go through. However, most of them need to be restored.
So, is that going to be part of our training?
If you come seeking training, I
don't know about the others. That's why I'm here. I'm looking to become a Jedi.
Me too.
I'm definitely interested.
Okay.
I'm also interested in becoming a Jedi.
I couldn't possibly turn it down.
I feel like I want my character to intentionally say Jedi instead of Jedi, as in he's referring to the original Jedi.
Are you gonna be the hipster of the group?
No. I am the most removed from the Jedi, though. If you think about it. Because my backstory comes from the opposite side of the Force.
I'm looking at some of my player sheet.
So it would make sense to me that he might be either a little confused or be just not completely up to date.
That would make sense.
And hence why I'm having him ask these questions, because he's just trying to figure it all out right now. Like, he's got an idea that he thinks the Jedi are cool, or that he should join them, but he doesn't really know exactly what a Jedi is.
Well, either way, if you plan to stay for training, I of course am happy to oblige. I have not had students for a great many years, and rather look forward to teaching again. However, the myth of a creature that I have let propagate is sufficient to hide the presence of one person, but probably not the presence of 5. You will probably need to find a way to justify your continual appearances and disappearances.
Yes, that makes sense.
I'm looking forward to becoming a Jedi.
What if we stay inside the temple, does that, or this is a temple, right?
Yes.
Okay. If we stay inside the temple and we don't leave during the training, does that sufficiently hide our presence? Or do we need to be moving in and out of it? And
well, were this a temple maintained by the Jedi, currently maintained by the Jedi Order, then it would be more than sufficient for your needs. But I fear that it is barely. It's not even currently adequate for habitation, which is unfortunately why I've been continuing to stay at my hut.
What if we took one of those hunting jobs that we saw in town, and that way we could get money and have a reason to be out, like in and out of the wilderness? I mean, if we're gonna be like working on this place while we train or whatever, we're gonna need some kind of supplies.
It sounds reasonable to me. You'd have an excuse for being out in the jungle.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That seems reasonable and logical.
Another thought I had is we could maybe build a camp like nearby if we want. But yeah, I like the idea of going into the city.
But having a camp up also would make it easier to come in and out of the forest. We don't have to like set it up and do it over and over again.
Right.
Or a little base camp here and there. I like it.
Me 2.
Excellent.
Me 3. Me 4. Me 5.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, you arrived on a raft of your own construction. Is that accurate?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Huh.
Yep.
That's correct.
Interesting. Well, I mean, there is a relatively flat area nearby. Not. I wouldn't trust anywhere on the temple. Even the old landing pads might not. Hang on, don't switch. Even the old landing pads might not be adequate. But there is a bit of flat ground nearby. We could clear some trees for an air car, if you later gained access to one. But for now, there's a beach upriver that will probably suffice as the closest point of travel. Do any of you have communicators?
Yes, I do.
We all do, yeah.
Yep. And comm links.
The comlinks.
Excellent. I will have to go back to the hut and fish mine out. I honestly don't remember where I placed it. It's been so long since there's been anyone that I've attempted to contact out of fear of being discovered by the Emperor and his jackbooted goons. But that should suffice for us to coordinate rendezvous. You have my communications. I would also like to give you all something to think on.
Okay.
Sorry, hang on. I'm trying to pull up my notes. I had a really good one. No, where are you?
Oh, image? Or
No, you don't do obligation in the game.
oh, I must
Okay.
be hearing something else. Whatever.
Campaign folders.
Oh, excuse me.
Force. Sleeping Force. Okay.
I'll be back in a second.
Sorry, give me a second. I had it right on the tip of my tongue and then I lost it.
Delicious. Mm-hmm.
Okie dokie. Something to meditate on. Think back along your quest here. How many times did you choose violence over negotiation? And while in the trials, which of you chose, instead of to save yourself, but to try and save a friend?
In these trials?
Yes.
Well, I definitely used violence, but I tried to use it to save a friend.
So I don't really know how else to communicate this. So out of game, I guess sort of meta knowledge here. On top of just like making you guys make some willpower checks and some general like how can you creatively solve this problem on the way up here, she was mostly looking at when she initially confronted you guys, whether like how quickly you guys were to try violence versus like negotiation, which Rovi got kudos for attempting to like try keeping it civil, peaceful, and attempting negotiation before violence.
I did the same when we encountered the Spectre.
Yes. And then Jeb and Dar both chose to try and protect their partner in the trials over like at the risk of their own safety. So really, Stevie's the only one who hasn't shown any of that Jedi spirit.
Have I? Have I?
Yes, you weren't here. I played your character, but I figured that you would probably try to help. Was it you and Rovi?
Yeah. No, it was
It was me and Jeb.
That's right. Yeah, I figured you would probably try to help Dar when he was. You were knocked unconscious, weren't you?
Yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah. You got knocked unconscious, trying to help Jeb, I think, and then Jeb tried to save you and also got knocked unconscious.
how much rain did I take, Zach?
I didn't actually have you guys suffer it because it was all like a force.
It was a dream
illusion sort of thing.
You were dreaming.
But yes. Remember that the way of the Jedi is peaceful unless there is no other option. And I'm sorry I don't have more planned for this, but kind of like that he's kind of giving you that first little lesson like Obi-Wan Kenobi and the Millennium Falcon with Luke the first time. Like reach out, feel the Force.
And I do feel the Force.
Go through you. You can, of course, contact me at any moment using your comlinks. They should have plenty of range from here to the capital city. But take what time you need, and I will slowly start trying to move my camp closer to the temple. Although I have grown quite fond of my little garden there.
And honestly, we can just put up a little, mini camp there, and she can keep her camp where it's at.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one more spot for us to have to set up,
I think with my specialization and everything, I want to be kind of a woods guy, like a bushcrafter.
Right. And
That is kind of what you're set up for.
If she already has resources there, then no need to abandon those.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I wish you well and hope to see you again soon after you return. I will be in touch with a more detailed list of of what can be done to get the temple in shape. To be honest with you, I hadn't even really considered restoring it until there was a need.
That makes sense. I mean, how are you to know if anyone would ever show up?
Right.
It is quite out of the way.
I concur.
Okay, well, I don't see any harm in finding some work. I mean, I could definitely stand to pick up a little bit more gear. I'm kind of bare bones right now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a comm link. Personally, my character doesn't, so I have to. If we're going to use comm links for communication, I have to stick around somebody who has one. So it'd be good for me to get one. And then I practically just have a vibra sword and 3 stim packs. That's like all I have.
I have a comm link, an electro spear, and some whiskey in the backpack.
So I'm all for finding a bounty or something or a job in town.
Cool.
All right.
We can break out the lizard wrangler again.
Yeah, I can join the circus.
So, we all know out of game that meditating helps you become more aware of how to use your force powers. Does it work that way in this game?
Yes. Meditation and reflection are a huge part of connecting to the force.
So, does that
Even
mean that if I very intentionally set aside time to meditate, even without training, does that mean I'm going to be a little bit better at using my powers?
Yes.
Okay.
More specifically, as you as you train, that is going to be considered, that is part of your training, part of your ongoing training.
Yeah.
We haven't gotten there yet.
Oh, okay.
But
sorry.
we will soon. You guys will have downtime, like a month or whatever, or 2 sometimes, between relevant missions. And you guys can choose to spend that downtime either working on personal projects or training or meditating. And
I want to meditate.
just based on what you guys are doing, some of you may earn experience points. You may be working down your own private quest line.
Awesome.
It might have something to do with your backstory.
That's a great idea.
Build your lightsaber. Who knows? Depends on what you want to do. But yes, the downtime is an option, and you guys will get to kind of decide how you use that and what you do with that. And meditating on, the nature of the Force is something that you could definitely do that would, maybe help you earn 5 points of experience points that you can only use towards your Force power or something. I don't have that part totally worked out yet, but also we haven't gotten there, so.
I want to meditate.
Sounds good.
Okay. Answers my question.
So, would you...
Meditation.
Do you guys just need somebody to lead? Do we just need to
Yeah, I
do
was gonna
something?
say, do we need to go back and find the get on our raft and head back into town?
Yeah, exactly.
I was thinking we could also set up camps along the way there too.
Oh, that's a brilliant idea.
At least
yeah.
one nice one. You know what I mean? Like one sturdy
That way we don't have to set up something every time we travel through.
campsite, right?
Well, so if we're going to do that, we should make it semi-permanent then, so that we don't have to do it, we don't have to fix it so much when we come back.
Let's think about what our long-term travel solution is going to be, because we're not going to be using a makeshift raft forever.
Exactly.
So that's something to consider too. Is the trip from the temple to the city, is this going to be a 1-day trip if we have a nice vehicle?
Let's see.
Yes.
Is it speeder, or is there an ATV speeder kind of deal?
If you guys were to travel by air, with an air speeder, it would be a half-a-day trip.
That makes sense.
Ooh.
to the
Okay.
temple.
Currently,
If
we're
you
like
were to
what,
get a
7 or 8
power
days?
boat, it would probably, if you were to get like a power boat, not a makeshift raft, it would probably be closer to 2 or 3 days. Probably 2 or 3 days. And if you were to get like a land vehicle, like a walker or something, it would probably be closer to like 4 or 5 days.
I'm leaning towards the powerboat.
Me too.
Me too.
But you said airspeeder. I guess it's a lot more money though with half a day.
Oh,
Yeah. But I guess we should look at prices for that to
Another-
see which is realistic. I would assume a boat's probably not too expensive.
well, and a boat would be hidden underneath the canopy more easily from the air. And if we used an airspeeder, we could be followed.
That's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we could be followed by a boat too. But
Yeah,
the
it's
thing
true.
is, people would probably need to be on the ground or at least somewhat close to hear or spot us. But if
It'll be
we're
easy
an
to notice.
airspeeder, I mean, they could use any manner of tech to find us.
Yeah. And we'll be able to see a tail if somebody's following us by a boat. Probably a little easier.
I agree with the boat.
Let's look at prices though. I think that's a
Yeah.
good place to start.
Cool, I'm in the market. Well, I think to
guess-
actually be in the market, we probably need to make some more funds. I don't know that we have any.
Right.
I
Oh, yeah, no.
don't.
Yeah, no, we need to make some money, but at least we can have a goal. It's like, all right, how much money do we need to make?
Yeah, that's
Mm-hmm.
good point. Good point.
I'm going to revise my numbers. I would say if you guys had a powered boat, you could make it in a day, no problem. And if you were on land vehicles like speeder bikes or a walker of some kind, or even like a tracked vehicle, it would probably take you 2 days. Twice as long because you can't go directly, can't go directly there. Let's see here. Air vehicle.
Yeah, I still like the boat idea, and I also like the idea of building kind of a nice-ish camp halfway in between.
Yeah.
So if we're leaving like in midday, we have a place to camp for the night.
Well, it might be worth spending a couple in-game days, like actually building a legit place out of timber.
Sure. Yeah, you bet.
You said a boat was 2 days.
I'm thinking like a bunker that's kind of set somewhat in the ground and using timber to hold up a ceiling made up out of like branches and moss and stuff.
I'm down because it's pretty
Cool.
hilly, isn't it? Or like steep.
Though,
I'm
to
game.
be completely, or to be really honest about it, we don't have any tools really for that sort of thing other than blades. So digging might take a while.
I was thinking for right now we could just build like bushcraft stick, like teepees and huts and everything.
That would be
Lash
more
it
doable.
together. Until we can come back with some more tools and stuff and like dig in more. I like that idea.
I agree.
But while we're headed back,
Yeah, if you wanted to go simple for the first time round, a lean-to takes a matter of an hour or two to make.
Right.
All right, so go ahead and she's going to give you directions, but she's staying back at the temple to meditate herself
Oh,
Oh, for sure.
on this new development. She gives you directions back to her hut, and from there, you guys won't even have to make a check to get back to your boat because you've made so many trips. But someone go ahead and give me an average survival check to make it back to her hut.
let's see.
No good.
Me.
I might actually be better at survival now. Oh, I'm decent at survival. Is it too meta for me to mention this? Are we?
No,
No, because you've been working on it. Yeah.
you are good at survival. Like,
And you know that you got better at it. Yeah.
like yes, no, like, and honestly, like, as long as you guys don't abuse it, I don't mind you guys talking about stats that much because there's a lot of things like just from like because of the way the game works. If you were all real people in the real world, it would be very apparent.
Right. Who's good at which?
Roby is way friggin' stronger than all of you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Right now, I am apparently not good at survival, though.
Oh.
I got a failure and a
Did the dice
disadvantage.
hit you tonight?
All right.
Yeah, way to start off strong.
Uh-oh.
It's okay, guys. I got the one failure out for the night. We'll succeed and triumph at everything else.
We'll coast from here.
Yeah.
Nice.
You're
nice.
welcome. I took it myself.
Took that bullet, huh?
Yep, that one's
You're
on
a
me.
good friend.
The next one's $50.
Well, you're a good friend, man.
Good man.
Okay, well, given your failure, you're kind of glad that your new mentor / teacher wasn't here to see the abysmal performance with following her directions back.
Which way did she say go again? Left or right? I don't remember.
Yeah, you guys get there. It just takes you twice as long. So by this point, it's actually kind of getting close to evening.
Oh, it's getting dark out. Are you talking about getting back to town or getting to where our camp will be?
You guys can get back to where you're from here. You can get back to your boat before it gets dark.
Oh, I see.
Okay, let's do that.
But probably not much dark unless you plan on going through the night.
Wouldn't be so dark by now. I'm sure the boat's close. I feel like it's right around the corner.
And we had a little camp pretty close to the boat too, right? Because we left the boat, but we had been camping the night before.
You've been camping on the boat.
Right.
You had like a little dock area and some defenses set up.
Yeah, exactly.
We went back and got our stuff though, didn't we?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like our food, yeah.
Keep on going to the boat, even if it's a little dark out.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. You guys don't have to make a check for that. You just make it back to the boat right as it's starting to get a little sunsetty.
Yahoo!
I'm starving. I better look for some food.
Do we have any packed up still?
I think we only have rations left, if I remember correctly.
I'm trying to look at my notes.
At least this time we're headed downstream.
And you got somebody who's recently become a lot more proficient at finding food.
Bum-ba-da-bum.
Okay.
I can also spend a light side point at a certain point. I'm not suggesting it, but I could do that to get an average survival check to instantly find food or critical supplies within extreme range.
Nice.
So if we're in a bad spot, that's what I would do. But other than that, I would just use my normal specialization, which removes up to 2 black die for skill checks to find food.
Ooh, that would be nice because I also got the Seek Force ability.
Ooh.
So
I can block.
very nice.
I get
So
the
you'll
feeling
have
I'm
to
gonna
follow
have to
them, right,
continue
Jake?
getting used to the idea my character is no longer a gunslinger. I got used to being a gunslinger, and now I have to switch into a different mode of maybe I'm more of the nature nerd or survivalist type.
I feel like I may be more endued with the spirit of a Naz than I thought I was.
My character is going to become Bear Grylls.
Nice.
Very nice.
I mean, that kind of is what the hermit thing is set up to do.
Yeah.
Well, I'm very much looking forward to mooching.
I could get into this. Hey, as long as you guys back me up where my skill sets are lower, you can leave.
Oh yeah, I'm the meat shield for sure. So yeah. There's laser fire coming in. Everybody get behind me.
You're gonna run in there, charge in their head first, and rip their arms off.
Yeah.
And block.
Okay, I for the fucking life of me cannot find where I wrote down how much food you guys had.
I'm pretty sure you told us that we only had 6 days of rations left because I have that in my notes somewhere. And then I remember you said we had that on top of the food we had foraged, but now we had finished off the food we had foraged by the time we got to where we weighed anchor. So maybe we used another day's worth of food.
Okay, I think you guys have enough food. You don't have enough food to get back. I remember that. You were like 2 days short.
Mhm.
So that fits because it's 8 days back, and if you have 6 days worth of rations. Okay, so you're short 2 days worth of food for your trip back.
Okay. Well, time for me to go find food. Does anyone want to come with me, or y'all want to just sit around a campfire?
I'm gonna meditate. I'm gonna meditate.
You absolutely can meditate, Jeb.
Okay.
Yeah, I think one person should, kind of stay back and watch, keep an eye on the camp, and then the rest of us can go forage.
Okay.
I want to try that thing again where I work on my lancing with trying to catch fish and stab them.
So,
okay,
if Jeb is meditating, he's probably going to have his eyes closed and he's going to be focusing. Is he going to necessarily know if something's sneaking up on him?
Oh, that's true. That's a good point.
Well, Jeb, are you going to be meditating on the mysteries of the Force or the world around you?
The mysteries of the Force.
Okay.
You know what? I'll stay back with Jeb and fish around the area here.
Okay.
And y'all can go for it.
Thank you. That puts my mind at ease.
Okay.
Cool.
Sounds good.
All right, my Wookiee friend. Let's go find some food.
Yeah.
All right, Jeb, go find the fork for us.
I got to figure out how an Arcana talks so that I can just do those.
I have literally no clue. I don't know if I've ever seen them do it on film.
I know in the Clone Wars there's an Arcana that spoke Basic, so I think because he was a bounty hunter for the clone training facility.
Yeah, I remember that. But the Clone Wars was weird because the Clone Wars made a lot of species that were previously canon was that they were not capable of speaking Basic. Like Ithorians, for example, like the Hammerheads.
Yeah.
According to canon, they cannot speak. They don't have the ability to speak Basic. Like they can understand it, but they can't make the sounds themselves. And there's a lot of other species that are like that. Like Wookiees are an example. But in Clone Wars, they could everyone could talk, and I think that was more because it was sort of aimed at kids, and they didn't want to make the kids read for half the characters because they'd stay watching.
Hey, and I should mention I keep saying it wrong. It's Arcona, not Arcana.
Yeah, Arconian, right?
Just Arcona.
Oh, really? Okay.
From the planet Kona.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Well, those of you going out hunting, fishing, and gathering, go ahead and give me a check.
I'm not. I'm meditating.
Okay.
It's survival?
Yes.
Jed's gonna meditate.
Ooh.
No.
Wow, we got inverse rolls.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
Hey.
Stevie, you've been practicing with your electrolance. You're getting a little better. These you managed to out and out stab a couple fish, and then a couple others you got close enough to shock them with the electrolance part, even if though you didn't quite hit them. They floated up to the surface where you're able to catch them. There were no issues or incidents, and you acquire approximately a day's worth of food.
Sweet.
Awesome.
Good job.
All right, next up, Aaron, also known as Rovi. Rovi, struggling, bud. You're out there in the woods. You're still you just can't shake those creepy ass faceless statues. Suddenly had creepy faces. It was rough. You just can't get your mind off it, and you can't quite seem to be on your mark with finding food. But you do eventually process through it, and I'm just like, no, just learning experience. Okay, getting better. And if you are missing any strain, you can recover some strain.
All right.
Seems like a good deal to me.
Could be worse.
Dar,
Y'all.
so you just rolled a straight survival check, right? You didn't use your power?
Yeah, just straight survival. So I could use my specialization, but that would only be removing black die, so not applicable.
Right. If you want, you can make a force power check.
But I spend a light side point, right?
No, you roll a force die. You don't. So.
Oh.
Yeah, you roll a force die, and then that determines how many light side points you have to work with.
Yeah, let's do that. I'll roll that. Oh. Apparently the dark side is strong with me today.
Okay, well, you have the option of using the dark side of the force to fuel your powers. It just gives you conflict.
I feel like there's risk, but right now the risk is low. So yeah, I'll give it a shot.
Okay. Dan.
That gives me an average survival check to instantly discover food.
So as you sit and kind of open your mind to the world around you, you can feel an abundance of life everywhere. And you can reach out through the force and feel, and you can you feel drawn to food that you can eat, useful things, water, food, a cave where you can hide. And as you're kind of just exploring, you catch a glimmer of weakness from a creature, and you focus in on that weakness and follow it in your mind, and you see a small or a good-sized deer like creature. We'll just say deer. Quadruped. Says quadruped. Trapped in some sort of vine entanglement. Easy for the picking. And you just have a brief flash of righteousness. Like you just feel like it is my right to take this creature's life to fuel my own, because it is weak and I am strong. And you're in this just brief moment, you're able to track it right, just hone in and go right to this spot where this deer is trapped, and it's easy prey to slay. And you bring back 2 days worth of food.
Woo!
Nice.
Bringing you up to an extra day of rations.
Woo. Yeah.
In case something eats your other food.
It's happened before.
It has. So yes, you suffer a conflict for that, by the way.
Okay. Now where do I put down conflict?
I will track it.
Okay.
On my paper, but you can also track it. Do you have a copy of your character sheet?
I do.
In the character builder?
Yeah.
Just go to morality and lower it by 1. You should be at 51. Liz, you're at like 49. You went down. Yeah, and then Juice and Roby at 52.
Jed, you mean, not Juice?
Oh yeah, sorry, Jeb. I should have made those names more different, Jake. That was complete lack of inspiration on your brother's side.
So did I successfully meditate, Zach?
Yes, you successfully meditate and reach out and are kind of quieting your mind. And as you quiet your mind, you can feel your consciousness expanding to help you perceive the things around you. You start hearing subtle differences in the way the wind hits different trees and the subtle differences in the various small creatures' noises that you had not previously perceived, and you feel a greater connection to living things.
Yes.
That being said, everyone returns. Also, Dar suffer a strain as from the disadvantage on your survival check.
Okay. All right.
Alrighty. Okay, so you guys are back. By now, it's quite dark. It's quite dark, and you do have your sort of camp set up on the boat that you could utilize again, or you could head out and because the way back is straight down current. As long as one of you was willing to stay up and make like piloting checks, essentially, then you guys could conceivably travel 24/7.
I was thinking that maybe I might want to do that because since I've kind of tapped into the dark side once for this one check, I feel like it would have a somewhat sustained effect on my sort of either attitude or demeanor in like and like I would feel like I was drawn to the darkness for a little while, and so I would take the first watch, and that would include the piloting,
Okay.
Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, I'm fine with piloting as we're going downstream and as multitasking, watching and piloting.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
I'm not that great at piloting, but yeah.
All right. In that case, Dar, go ahead and give me a average planetary piloting check. 2 setback die due to the fact the thing you're piloting is a homemade boat. But you can take 1 advantage, 1 boost die, because you have traversed this section before.
Yay!
Oh shit.
Hey, okay. So even though it's a long day, and it's been a long big day, and you're up late, your success from earlier with your using the force to track down that wounded animal, that trapped animal, that kind of there's a sickly sweet feeling inside that kind of keeps you going from that. And you manage to make pretty good time down the river for your shift. You don't hit any big rocks or anything. Everything's good.
Sweet.
Whoever's up next can make
whoever's next.
I'll go next. And I'm going to whip out a flashlight to aid in my navigation.
Okay, you can remove 1 of the setback die.
Okay. So same minus 1 of the blacks?
Yes.
Oh no.
Okay, since you failed, here's what's gonna happen.
It's not a good sign.
Please don't capsize. Please don't capsize. Please don't capsize.
No, you are gonna hit some rocks on the way down, and you're gonna wake everybody up. Everybody's just woken up bolt upright, and due to this mid-sleep disruption and slight moment of panicked chaos, no one will be able to regain strain in the morning, and everyone will have a black die for their first task.
Ooh, my bad. Ooh.
But the advantage is, even though you hit the rocks, you didn't capsize.
Yeah.
It could have been real bad, and it was just mildly inconvenient.
I suppose I'll take it. Sorry, guys.
It's all right.
All right, who's up next?
I don't
I'll
have.
take it.
Nope.
I'll go.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh shoot! Wait. What's my new? Planetary piloting with 2 setback die.
Yeah,
Yes,
and 1 blue die.
and 1 blue die, because you guys have come through this territory before. And at this point, it's really just fending off rocks and shit. It's not like running the rigging. Okay. I would say, let's see here.
Did I do that?
Roll an average athletics check for me real quick.
Uh-oh. Y'all fight just got worse.
I do not want you falling in the water.
Oh no. Hooray!
Yay.
Okay. All right. So while you're floating down the river, and you're going about kind of trying to steer the ship and slow it down when necessary and maneuver it, you accidentally knock over some of your little homemade containers of rations. But due to your quick reflexes and speed, you manage to pluck the rations up out of the water before they drift off.
I worked hard for that deer.
Did you work hard for that deer?
I'm gonna
I'm
bring him back.
pretending. I want them to think I worked hard for that.
All right, Juice, Jem, you're up next, right?
Yeah, could you roll for me?
I
Are
can't
you
remember.
flying as a Jedi darn? What?
Let's see here. Change of character. All right, your planetary pilot. Ooh, 2 green. It's a dead wash.
It is.
Yep.
So I did bad.
Oh no, I haven't rolled you. It's an even wash. So it actually does wash out. Okay. You don't realize it, Jeb, but you've hit a bit of a sandbar. And so you just get stuck till morning, and you're not really sure how to get unstuck. And you don't want to wake anybody up because they just got to sleep after Rovi fucked up and hit some rocks. And you're like, let's just park it here till morning. Just this is good. This will work. This is fine. If we get knocked loose, I'll pretend like nothing happened, but otherwise, I'll just wait for them to wake up and we'll deal with it then. So congratulations, you guys wake up sort of beached on a sandbar.
Oh boy, I feel
The
bad.
sandbar's not terrible.
All right, so it is bright early morning.
Am I still stuck in the mud?
Look around and see like if this is a potential like camping. Start scouting out one of those.
You guys did not specifically stop here. You're probably a day's travel downriver from like that area that was particularly plentiful. Or no, you're a little ways. You're still a ways up from that.
Heard it. Cool.
No, that would be about right. Yeah. Sorry, I keep forgetting that you also have to traverse the whole way that you covered via air.
I'm gonna look at oh shoot, that's right. I'm gonna look at Jeb and be like, do you want me to get out and push?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Is it just you, Stevie? Just you pushing?
I guess.
Okay. Give me a hard athletics check with
What me?
1 setback die.
The other punch.
I was gonna say
Yep.
I could help. But...
So.
Oh, I didn't hear you. Hold on. He said he helped me.
Oh, Dar, you did?
I was gonna say it, but I didn't want to interrupt too much.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, then both of you give me an average athletics check.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, excellent.
I did roll 2 purple. Hold on. Here we go.
Did
So that would be
1 success.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, you guys managed between the two of you just being out of the boat. That already, gave you guys a little more lift. And then you guys managed to kind of get up and over the sandbar, no problem.
Sweet.
And back in. So it's daytime. You guys are headed downriver. I figure we can go half a day at a time. For the first half of the day, I need one person rolling a average planetary piloting check with 1 blue die and 1 setback die. And then everybody else tell me what you're doing.
I'll take the first run. It seems easy enough.
All right.
The planetary piloting. Sorry, 1 second. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought.
So how many times can I meditate on the boat, Zach?
You can be doing that, Jake. There is other stuff you could be doing if you wanted to. You could be.
Yeah, I was thinking I'll be looking for fish.
Okay. Are you like actively trying to? Are you fishing, or are you just like looking?
I mean, I'm looking off the side. I have my lance with me, or wait, not my lance, my vibro axe. I don't know how that's gonna work, but yeah.
You said it was average with 1 setback.
Yes. Oh, and 1 blue die. Sorry, roll blue die, because you guys are still in familiar territory.
I'm gonna go collect.
Anyways.
I'm gonna go collect some food.
You spend the first half of the day. You didn't realize it, but you kind of ended up going down like a weird channel, off the river, and you guys had to use the sail to make it back up and kind of get reoriented and get back to where you're headed onto the right track. So you kind of lost the first half a day of travel.
Oh, adventure.
Roby, you said you're fishing?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and give me a hard survival check. To fish without proper gear from a moving boat.
Whee!
All right. You don't get any fish, but you've done this enough. You feel like if you keep at it, you'll maybe take some lessons learned from this time onto your next one. If you do the same thing with the second half of the day, you can add a blue die to that check.
Cool.
Dar, what are you up to?
I think it's my turn to meditate.
Okay.
I haven't done any of that yet. I think it'd be a good idea.
Go ahead and roll a force die for me.
Oh my.
Ooh.
I'm feeling real evil today.
Yeah. So I'm gonna dock you a morality.
Oh, okay. All right. Let me put that on my sheet then. If my computer's gonna work with me.
So as you're sitting on the boat meditating, and you feel the water moving underneath you and the abundance of life, again you kind of reach out and perceive the living things in the area in the wild like you did before. And again, you're immediately drawn. You feel drawn to these moments of conflict and death and hardship, and the baby rabbit getting savagely ripped apart by some weird monkey creature. You just kind of seem focused and drawn to these moments of conflict and chaos and death. And you kind of take that with you for the day.
Yeah, I think it would be safe to say that due to his inexperience with the Force, that he kind of latches onto that and doesn't realize. If he was to tell somebody about it later and find out that that was not a good thing, he would feel remorse then, but right now, no.
Okay. I like it. I like the roleplay decision. Juice, what are you up to? Or Jeb, what are you up to?
I'm going to meditate.
You're also going to meditate. Okay, I'm going to roll your force die.
I found
Okay.
audio of what Arconis sounds like.
What?
I found audio of what my character would sound like.
All right, let's hear it.
It would be like that. That's it. There's nothing else in there. It's
okay.
One little sound from episode 4. So now you guys know what I sound like. I'm apparently a squeaky little alien.
Well, is that like what he sounds, or is that just like a human going like, huh?
It just sounds like. That's
okay.
the only sound we have in canon, so I could come up with something entirely different if I wanted.
Absolutely. Juice or Jeb, sorry. You sit across from Dar and continue your meditation to substantially different results. You rolled 2 white die. So let's see, what's your force power? If it is conjure. Yeah, so while you're sitting there, instead of detecting the life around you, you more kind of feel out the process that you use to pull these spectral objects out of the force and form them. And you can see yourself on top of just forming a sword or a knife or a hammer. Also, simpler tools like perhaps a saw or a screwdriver or a mallet. You can feel kind of the ability to, and just kind of in your brain, form them and unform them and form them and unform them as you connect with the Force in a very calm, controlled, and just kind of positive process. Does that make sense?
Yes. So I'm very positive right now.
Yes, you rolled some light side points and you are having fun exploring your Force power in your brain. And that's a 3. Okay. All right, so here's how I'm going to do if you guys like choose to meditate just like as your action. If you roll for whatever I'm going to have you roll a Force die or all of your Force die if you have multiple Force die. And whatever comes out is kind of where you go in your meditation.
Okay.
If you get a 2 black die, I'm going to lower your morality. And if you get 2 white die, I'm going to increase your morality.
Cool.
Is there any way to willingly or willfully adjust your morality? Because at the current moment, it seems like just sheer chance is making me into a bad guy.
Yes. Choosing not to spend dark side points on Force powers, even if that means like losing the action, that will gain you morality as on top of not actively lowering it. Also, the choices that you guys make. If you choose to walk past an orphan getting bullied, you're not going to take conflict. Like you're not going to lose morality. But if you choose to intervene because that's the good guy thing to do, then you would probably gain morality. That type of thing.
I see. Okay.
As well as larger choices like, tricking people for no reason or, I don't know, being crappy, stealing from people, being dishonest and disreputable would earn you a decrease in morality. Whereas like helping people and going out on a limb for others and stuff like that will earn you morality.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So that's the first half of the day. You guys have made no travel time. Who's up next?
For piloting?
That's the first half of the day.
What?
I'm definitely not piloting based on my previous performance. I'm letting someone else take the reins.
I'll give it a shot. Well, I'll give it a shot.
Alrighty. Pass off the keys to you.
What should I set for the difficulty again?
It should be average with 1 setback die and 1 blue die.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. You suffer, it's a little stressful, a little strenuous, keeping this thing's going. Maybe you guys go through some difficult terrain. It's a little tricky to navigate. So you're going to suffer 2 strain.
All right.
But you manage to make pretty good time. Not quite make up for the lost first half of the day, but it's getting dark, starting to get dark, and you guys, you maybe made 3/4 of what you could have.
Well, at least we got plenty of rations. I say we start scouting out for a camping spot.
Okay.
Probably wise.
I agree.
Is this where we're going to make our midway point?
Are we midway?
Not even close.
Yeah, I think we've got a ways to go still.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's your guys' plan?
Get to camp, and if anybody wants to drive the boat while we go, good for you. I'm not. I'm gonna beach us when it's my turn for watch.
I say we sit out tonight and sleep off this not so good day
Are you feeling
Cool.
seasick?
of boat driving. And start afresh in the morning.
Cool. I mean, if there's other people who are better at, navigating the boat, feel free to during
Not
your
me.
watch to go for it. But I don't trust myself.
Oh, we could do that, Dar. You could navigate. You could be on the first watch of the night and just
I'll be on the fourth watch.
drive the boat through the night, and then
Yeah. I can drive on my watch because I've got pilot because I'm decent at it.
Cool. Yeah, you've already shown that you're good at it. So
and then we can just park it and stay on the boat for the rest of our watches.
sweet.
I think that's fine because we'd still get that little bit of progress, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Go slower,
Okay.
but lower risk. It's worth it.
All right. In that case, Dar, give me a average planetary piloting check with 2 black die and a blue die.
Oh, at least my luck's run out.
All right. I would say you keep going down, kind of get in the zone a little bit, and then realize that this section of river is just too rough. It's not a good idea to try to traverse this at night, and your foresight prevents any catastrophic shit storms from happening.
Phew.
And you pull over. That's your 2 advantage.
No, Ossifer, it's hi. How are you? I was not speeding. I'm tired.
You got caught.
I got caught.
All right. Who's up next? We need, let's say, 2 more watches.
I'll take the next one.
Cool. I'll
Take
take
the
the one
fourth
after
watch.
that.
We'll take the fourth watch.
I don't know if we'll need a 4th watch, but okay. So, Stevie, are you driving the boat at night?
Oh no. No. I'm with Roby on this one. So let's pull it over before the rapids hit anymore.
Okay.
And we'll pull it up on the beach and just sleep on that.
All right. Then give me
Oops.
a hard perception check with
Oh, heard. I can do that.
2 black die.
2 black die? Cool. Sheesh. 1 second. Well, shoot.
Okay. You don't see a damn thing all night.
Really?
You definitely don't see the little pack of shit-stabbing monkeys that sneak in and make off with 2 days worth of food.
No.
Do I think I do go to sleep blissfully unaware and leave that for the next person to deal with?
Okay.
Well, I will report our losses to the next person on watch.
I would say, yeah. You could have discovered that like as you were heading, and like, oh god damn it, fucking monkeys got in there and stole some of our food.
Like, I'll put some fish in the morning. Like, give me something to do.
Okie dokie. Oh shit! I forgot to have everybody else roll their activities for the second half of the day. You want to retroactively go back and do that, or just keep moving forward?
Yeah, let's retroactively do it because I want to fish again.
Yeah. Okay.
I want to meditate again.
Jeb, you're slacking over there.
I
What
will
are you
search
bringing to
for
this
food.
table besides your relaxed attitude, man?
Okay, I'll go hunting. How about that?
It's totally up to you. I'm just giving you a hard time.
You want to go hunting with me? Hunting,
Yeah.
foraging?
Yes.
Okay.
This time we'll give up my meditating.
So this is back when you guys were on the boat, while Dar was making up time, so to speak, moving at a high rate of speed. So,
It's got to be something from the boat.
Yeah, it's got to be something from the boat if you want to. I mean, you could like try to grab resources out of the water. I used to do that all the time when we were fishing. I'd like grab sticks and start making shit. So if you want to do that, you absolutely can.
Yep.
And like, just so you guys know, like this is assuming that you guys do, occasionally stop to like go to the bathroom or like, stretch your legs and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking if everyone's fishing and stuff and we haven't lost all that food just yet, since we're going back in time, I'm gonna try and like goof around and get a workout and just swim next to the raft.
You're gonna swim next to the raft. Okay.
Yep, do something different.
Okay.
I hope nothing's hungry.
Right. I tell you what, Stevie, why don't you give me a average athletics check with 2 setback die? 1 setback die.
Cool.
Okay. You get in and you realize that the boat is floating at a very different rate than you do in the water. And it makes it kind of not challenging, but just kind of a weird to stay close to it without holding on. And like really get a workout. Like it's moving a little bit faster than you are. But it's also like more susceptible to like eddies and stuff like that than you are because it's sinking, it's further in the water. So it's kind of unusual, kind of difficult. You don't really get too much out of it, but you also don't get lost or eaten by anything, so that's cool.
Good day.
Rovi, go ahead and make your fishing check, but add a black die because Stevie's splashing around next to the boat.
Do I get a blue die for
Yes,
practicing? Okay.
Yes. Still a hard check.
I figured since it's back in time, we haven't lost all that food yet. I'm blissfully unaware that we're going raw.
You don't get anything with your axe. But like you think maybe if you kind of are figuring out how this goes, maybe if you crafted some better equipment, maybe made like a net or a spear that's more kind of purposefully designed for this, you might make something happen.
All right.
All right, Jeb. You want to meditate again?
Yes.
All right, Jeb. You, while meditating, a little bit different than the first time on the boat. This time you're just kind of focused on fears and dark thoughts, and oh man, what if the Empire finds us? What if I'm not good enough to complete the next trials? You can't seem to shake this internal fear, and it just kind of stays with you for the day, for the second half of the day.
Do I still feel the force though?
Yep. All right. So that is our what's that called?
Retroactive roll.
Yeah.
Oh, retcon.
Yeah, thank you. That's our retcon afternoon. Stevie has lost y'all some food on her watch. I believe Rovi was going up next.
Yep.
All right. Go ahead and give me a hard perception check with 2 black die.
Ew.
You also see nothing. You definitely don't see when one of those large alligator things tries to devour your boat, waking everybody up. And roll initiative.
Vigilance or cool?
I feel like this would be vigilance with disadvantage, with at least a black die, because you're all asleep.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Everyone but Roby.
Do I have to roll one?
Yep, I'll roll you one in 2 seconds here, bud.
So I just don't have the black die?
Yeah, you just don't have the black die.
Okay.
Okay. Second here. Citizens of the Galaxy. Creatures of the Galaxy. That's what I'm looking for. Excellent. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I had to find the right creature card that I've been using for these things. Okie dokie. Jake, you need to roll your initiative, which is vigilance. Oh, yeah, your vigilance is really high. Yeah, Jake, you crush it.
Yes.
Okay. There's my initiative tracker. Stevie is 1 and 1. Roby is, what'd you get? 3 advantage. Dar, you got 2 success, 3 advantage. Oh shit. Jeb, you got 4 success, 2 advantage. Wow. Okay. Excellent. It has an absolute shit cool. So, hey!
I'm not dead left.
Okay. So, basically, everybody goes before it. Actually, everybody does go before it. Starting with Jeb. Jeb,
Yeah.
you wake up feeling the sense that something is approaching your boat before it gets there, and you manage to look over off the side of the boat and see this one of those large alligator serpent things coming at you. 6-legged alligator serpent things coming towards the boat. So you can, if you want to get up, you have to spend a maneuver to get up, and then also a maneuver to draw your weapon.
Could I get up first and then draw my weapon? Or would that be?
You can do that, but you are going to have to suffer strain.
Could I not suffer strain and then draw my weapon, or is that too much?
You can, if you want to get up and draw your weapon, you either have to suffer strain or sacrifice your action. So I guess if you just want to draw your weapon and be ready,
yeah,
you can do it without suffering strain, or you can draw your weapon and attack it and suffer strain.
I'm gonna jump up and attack it.
Okay, so you want to suffer the strain. Great. Alrighty then. I will roll for you. What are you attacking it with?
I have 2 weapons out, right?
Well, you have your vibro knife. You have your vibro knife, and then if you can use your conjure power.
Can I use my conjuring power?
Okay, we can do that. Okay, Jake, you rolled a dark force point. If you use that to conjure your sword, then you will suffer a you'll lose a morality point.
I don't want to do it.
Okay, you can attack it with the vibro blade.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see here. That is 3 green. All right, 2 advantage. You recover the strain that you lost pulling your weapon, and you also manage to give it a black die on its neck. Next up is Dar.
Hey. So, is it close enough to hit?
Yes, it is actively like gnawing on the boat or trying to climb up onto the boat to get to you guys.
All right, I'm gonna attack it with my sword.
Okay, that'll be a average melee attack, because all melee attacks are average, with 1 setback die because it's in the water.
Okay.
But like it's mostly in the water, which makes it a small target and hard to hit.
Oh.
You suffer 1 strain and miss.
Okay.
Next up is Stevie.
Hey, sorry, guys.
What you doing, Stevie?
Sorry. I'm gonna try and pop it in the head, like right between the eyes.
Okay, go ahead and give me a melee attack.
Okay, cool. With 1 setback.
Yes.
Ooh.
Okay. Alrighty. How much damage do you do?
That does, I want to say 3, but let me look. 4.
So is it +3 or +4?
Damage 4.
For the Electro Lance?
Yeah.
Let me double check that. That seems light. Equipment, weapons, dot and Electro Lance.
Damage 4.
Should be what's your brawn? 2? Yeah, your brawn is still 2. So it's damage mod plus 2. So it's your brawn plus 2 is 4, and you got 2 success, so that's 5 damage.
Yeah.
Okay. 5 damage, huh? All right. You poke it really good in the forehead, and like you manage to make a little cut, but for the most, you did not hurt it nearly as much as you thought it would. You realize that there's a big, massive wall of bone right underneath that skin,
Uh-oh.
and it, yeah. All right, up next is going to be Roby.
I'm gonna give it a bonk with my vibro axe.
All right, make it happen, Captain. You know the roll. Average with 1 setback.
Bonk.
How much damage are we doing?
Okay, so that'll be my base is 7, so that's 8 plus 2 pierce, sunder, and a vicious of 3.
Jesus.
Yeah, vibro axe is pretty sweet.
You said
8 damage, and then
8 damage.
2 pierce, 1 sunder, and vicious of 3.
Okay. Well, that was mean of you.
Good.
That was uncalled for and mean. He is quite hurt. He's quite hurt.
You bleeding? Yeah, you bleeding.
Yeah, you chopped him in the face in like the neck. There's a big old gag there, and it doesn't look very pretty. It doesn't look very pretty. He's not pleased about it. So not pleased, in fact, that he is going to use his action to make a hard athletics check to scramble up onto your goddamn boat.
Ah!
And I thought I pissed him off.
Okay. All right. It costs him a strain. Oh, by the way, I forgot. Stevie, you take a black die on your next check and you suffer 1 strain.
Oh, dang.
He's going to suffer a strain, but he is now up on the boat with you guys, or at least halfway up on the boat with you guys. And let me roll a die real quick. Let me see if how the boat takes this. The boat is miraculously holding up to having half of a giant ass amphibious reptile snake thing clambering up on it.
I bet I built that
Hooray.
boat.
Yeah.
By the way, I forget, what did you name this boat?
The Rat Queen.
Something.
Yeah.
The what?
The Rat Queen.
The Rat Queen, that's right.
The only appropriate name for such a boat.
Okay, he's gonna do that with his action, and that's pretty much what he's gonna do. All right, top of the round.
Let's go, Jeb.
Jeb, what are you doing?
Well, how much does it take to eject that knife you said? They have to do a dark side point with?
You can just roll for that each turn if you want.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Your dark side point, you use it?
Should I use it? I don't know.
It's your decision.
I'm not going to use it.
Okay. Then I will roll you. I'm going to remove the black die from your melee checks, guys, because he's now way up in your shit. Okay, Jeb, you damage base of 4. 4. Okay. You stab at it again, but you really just feel yourself. Oh shit! Never mind. This has 2 pierce. Yeah, you stab it. You stab it pretty good. You also find it to be a lot tougher than you thought, but
It went through.
You still managed to do some damage to hurt it. It's not by any means looking dead, but it's definitely been hurt.
You know what I'm going to do? Make a coat out of it.
Oh, yeah?
Ooh, that would make some good shoes. Some gator skin shoes.
Well,
Okay.
gator coat.
I guess it's big enough. Yeah, you could make like a coat or something out of it.
Yeah.
Make a
It's
cloak.
pretty damn big.
Yeah, make a cloak, a gator skin cloak. I've never heard of that, but that sounds awesome.
I mean, if you get 2 of them, you can make the fucking sail out of it.
No, we already got the rat hides for that.
You can make some really nice gator skin boots.
Yeah.
All right. Next up is Stevie. No, sorry, Dar.
Yeah. Same thing.
All right, make her happen.
Gonna just kill this thing real quick. What's my attack? There it is. So that would be 6 damage.
6 damage. Okay.
That's including the extra one from the success.
Gotcha. All right. This thing is looking a little wounded by this point. It's a little hurt. Stevie, go ahead and make it happen. Stevie, you're muted.
She
Sorry,
must be
sorry.
dealing with something.
I'm gonna try and do like an uppercut with my lance and try to like drive it back into the river off the boat.
Yeah.
Okay, if you want to try to drive it off the boat with your Electro Lance, I'm going to upgrade your check to 1 red, 1 purple.
Okay. Yeah, okay. You said 1 red, 1 purple?
Yes.
Okay. Well, never mind.
You're going to give it a blue die for its attack.
Okay.
Rovi, you're up.
Can I flip a destiny point to get myself a better roll? Just extra focus in on this sucker. I'm trying to hit it right between the eyes.
You absolutely can. Now, do you want to lower the difficulty to 1 purple or turn one of your greens into a yellow?
I will lower the difficulty to 1 purple.
I think statistically that's like the better outcome.
Yeah. Okay, so 1 purple, 1 black, right?
Oh,
we don't have the black
no,
anymore.
no black, just 1 purple.
Ooh, nice.
Ooh, I don't like this thing's chances.
No! Hell! Damn you, dice gods!
You can recover 2 strain.
Can I pass a blue die to my homie on the left?
You can recover a strain and pass a blue die to your homie on the left.
Okay, because I don't have any strain loss, so I'll pass.
Okay.
I'll just pass the blue die.
Sounds good.
Damn it! I thought that was gold.
Okay, well, it is now the creature's turn. He is going to try to take a chunk out of Stevie. Let's see here. Oh shit, son.
Oh no.
I'm gonna give it a black die because this is not comfortable terrain for it. It's definitely not in its element. Oh shoot! I forgot to roll its blue die. How is that possible? How is it possible that many yellow die I still failed by 3?
The dice gods giveth, the dice gods taketh away.
Okay, well, you all have a black die. Roby, you have 2.
That seems fair.
That's how that worked out. All right. Jeb, you're up and you get a blue die.
Same attack.
Okay. All right. You hit it for 4 damage.
While he's calculating, who's piloting the boat?
You guys are beached.
Oh, we're beached? Okay.
Yes. Okay. Next up, Dar.
Okay, I was going to try to get creative, but the idea I had won't work. So I'll just continue with what I was doing. Attack again. No.
Okay. Do you want to hold on to a blue die for yourself, pass one to an ally, or pass black die to the creature?
I like to pass a black die to the creature.
Okay. All right. Next up, Stevie.
Stevie Wonders?
And he just tried to take a bite out of me, didn't he?
He did.
You taste good,
He
apparently.
tried real hard.
I don't know that I have anything that would kill him necessarily.
Brute force trauma.
See,
Or
I mean,
blunt
find a
force
way
trauma.
to
Have an electro lance.
You should,
I'm gonna try and hit him like right in the back of the throat. Like next time he comes at me, just like
yeah,
bah!
like try to hit him in the mouth.
Right, like through the back of the head.
Okay, so you're trying to hit him in a way that ignores soak?
Yeah.
Okay, that'll be 1 red, 1 purple.
Oh
a black
Lord. Okay. And a melee attack. Okay.
Yeah, so 1 red, 1 purple, 1 black.
Womp womp.
Womp womp.
Wow. That's colorful.
Rovi, you're up. And I'm going to use a destiny point to increase the challenge of your roll.
Seems fair. Making it a 1 purple, 1 red.
Yep. And it also prevents you from using a destiny point to make it to alter it.
And I still have the 2 black die.
And you still have the 2 black die.
Wow.
Ha!
How much
Jeez.
damage?
A lot. Hold on. 9 damage, 2 pierce, and then the Sundering Vicious.
9 damage with 2 pierce. Okay, yes.
Yep.
You kill it.
Yay!
Congratulations, you killed it.
I want to make a coat out of it.
All right. Well, unfortunately, the way that he killed it, he just chopped its head right off because it was half in the water. You all, or I should say, if you want to try to grab it, you are going to have to make a very difficult athletics check.
I'll do
Can
it.
I help?
Let's go. I will help him. Let's go,
Yeah,
guys.
I wanna help.
Okay.
All right.
That seems
I'm
like a
in.
lot of freaking meat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good eating.
If all of you do it, everybody give me a hard athletics check.
Okay.
Could you roll for me?
I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
All right.
Okay. So as a group, what we have is 3 success, 6 disadvantage.
On who?
So you're saying there was success?
So you're saying
Oh,
there's a
sorry, I forgot to roll
wait,
J.
wait, though. Did
No,
did
no,
Jeb
I'm about to do that. Okay, sorry.
It's all in your hands, Jeb.
Come on, Jebby boy. All right.
Woo!
Crushed it.
5 success, 6 disadvantage.
Oh my god.
Okay. All 4 of you managed to get a hold of it and kind of drag it to the shore. I'm going to roll the dice again to see if your boat manages to hold up to you guys trying to pull this big damn thing up onto the boat, you know?
All
And
right.
it does not. It does not
I
hold
thought we
up.
were beached.
What?
Oh yeah,
I
we are
thought we were
beached.
beached.
Oh shit, you're beat. God damn it.
Haha, sorry, DM.
Okay, no, you know, screw you.
God.
Screw you. All of the thrashing about has drawn the attention of 2 other large alligator creatures
Oh, bro.
Ah.
that are now advancing towards your boat in the
Wait.
darkness.
I have an idea. Can I grab some of the leftover food and throw it in the water towards them?
Yeah, can we just retreat?
I mean, as you so aptly put, you're beached. So I would say, Dar, if you want to sacrifice some of your food, how much food are you going to sacrifice?
Oh, just like a handful. Just like half a ration or something, like to get their attention
Yeah,
so they're distracted and
give
then
them
we
some-
push the boat back in the water.
Yeah, it's chum.
Give him some fish.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Give me a. I would say give me a hard knowledge xenology check or an average persuasion check. Or hang on, not persuasion, but wrong thing.
Negotiation?
Yeah, negotiation.
Okay.
Or skullduggery.
Against alligators?
That's your skullduggery?
No, that's my negotiation, though I think I might have done it wrong. It still works out because I'm supposed to put an advantage on there, so I put the blue in.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
shoot.
you got a big chunk of fish.
I rolled that wrong. I'm sorry.
Oh, did you?
Yep. I just noticed. Yeah. Okay. So you were saying?
Jesus Christ, 2 failure and 6 advantage?
We got some weird dice today. The dice gods are, yeah,
Weird dice today.
they
That
got
doesn't
something
make
up
any
there. You know
sense.
what?
This is a weird roll.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's roll for their roll.
You know what? I'll just say that due to you tossing a big chunk of fish in, it wasn't enough to like distract them from coming towards you, but it did get them fighting each other for the fish. And so like I'll just say between that advantage and the disadvantage from last time, you guys managed to get the headless corpse of this large lizard at least partially beached in the dead of night.
Nice.
Cool.
I take the skin too. Like a
So
Kodak.
remember, you guys all woke up from sleeping to do this. So do you want to deal with this now or not?
I mean, I don't want to leave a freshly killed something, like, yeah, so I can take a nap.
I
I
want to
think-
get the boat back in the water. And I kind of want to start piloting again. I know that it's not my watch, but I'm just not comfortable where we are.
I honestly think we should just kind of wait it out for a bit. I think we should stay beach, sleep till the morning, and then take care of this beast when we wake up.
Hey, Aaron, I get to hide though. Don't forget.
Yeah. All right, I get the meat.
That's a fair compromise.
I am thinking that the smell is going to attract stuff.
Yeah, and like the meat may not be good the next day.
Yeah, we are gonna have to figure out a way to like cure it or something. This is very.
Oh wait, Rovi, this is you're the final watch, right?
I don't remember. So yes.
I think you were. Because Dara, you already went on a watch, right?
Yeah, I started with the first
Yeah.
watch.
Okay. So yeah, and Stevie went before because she lost the rations. Okay. Yeah. So I would say if you guys wanted to, this could have happened towards the end of his watch and just get a little bit of an extra morning. You guys already weren't going to get to roll for strain, and you guys are going to have a black die because you did not sleep through the night.
We did not.
No, you did not. You had to wake up and fight a freaking lizard monster.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, what specific tasks are you guys looking to do with this bright, shiny morning after you've killed one and chased off two other of these big things?
Definitely going to smoke that gator meat.
Let's cook or try. Yeah, butcher and cook the gator.
Okay.
Can I skin the hide, Zach?
Yeah, you can do that. This is substantially larger than anything you guys have taken down so far. I mean, this is as big, possibly bigger than a Varactyl.
That's fantastic. I want to smoke it.
It is going to require a little bit more work to like process it, you know, with like a big kill. You can't just like, oh hey, we got a couple of fish. We'll, you know, put it on a stick and cook it over the small fire on the boat. Like if you want to like cure this, you're gonna need to really put in some work.
At least what's easy
I'm willing to
cook
spend several days cooking this so that we can sell it.
Yeah, I'm definitely. I mean, we have this. It's very valuable. I think we should take as much time as it takes to cook it in a way that it's going to keep for a while.
And we should sell the hide too. Just saying.
No. No, I'm gonna make something out of it.
Okay, so then if you guys want to process the meat, I'm gonna need we'll say 2 people to do an average survival check to like, you know, kind of get things ready, get a good enough fire, get like the right type of fire going for smoking a large quantity of meat.
I want that.
Right, what are you doing, Dara? I can like start the fire or something.
No, I want the skin.
Dara, that was supposed to be an easy survival check. Did I say?
Oh,
I'm pretty sure I said easy.
okay.
I meant easy.
Hey.
Okay.
That makes me happy.
One more person wants to give me an easy survival check.
Me.
Okay, I got you.
I'm going for the hide.
Well, I thought you were helping. I was asking for someone to help set up the thing.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll do that.
Failure. Okay, it's going to take you guys a lot longer to smoke this than you initially thought. Just because you're going to have some stuff collapse halfway through and have to start all over again. Okay, let me have someone who has not done anything yet. How about Rovi? Can you give me either a hard survival check or a daunting perception check? Your choice. So 3 purple survival or 4 purple perception.
All right. Hooray!
Hooray! So in examining this creature, you can see that like some of the meat is not like it's not safe to eat. There have been like insects or something, chomping down on it over the course of the night. But it looks like it'd be pretty easy to cut away that part of it and
Okay.
and continue
Cool.
with what should be usable meat.
I like it.
All right. Stevie, what are you doing?
I'll help him do process that and try and get the hide for Jeb.
Oh,
Okay.
thank you.
Then, Jeb, I'm gonna roll for you a survival check to harvest the hide with the blue die from Stevie.
Okay.
Okay, you did not succeed. You have some pretty good chunks of hide, but not big enough chunks. Like this is your first time ever trying to skin this creature. There's a lot of weird bones and stuff that you weren't really prepared to have to work around. So you managed to get a lot of the hide off. It's just not in a chunk that would make for a good cloak, like what you're thinking.
Maybe next time, bud.
Okay.
We'll keep practicing everyone we kill.
Okay.
Also, you do have this creature's head that you can do something with too, by the way.
I can? Ooh.
Yeah, that stayed up there, the body went downstream.
You know what? On my next turn, I'm going to go for the head.
Too bad we don't have a key.
You guys can just, if you want to do something with it, you can. You don't have to. Just letting you know. All right, so I would say, based on your guys' roll, it would probably take you the better part of 2 days to fully process. Maybe, 2 days to fully process this animal, including smoking the meat and keeping it, getting it prepared for storage. That includes, taking the time to find big leaves to wrap it in and maybe weave a basket to hold that, kind of just all of the little primitive survival skills you need to get this meat set up to where you could do something with it or to where you could store it. Takes about 2 days.
Okay.
So let's see here. Here's my little thing. I will mark off 2 days worth of food. But now I would say you guys probably off of this one thing have, we'll say 20 days worth of food for.
Hey.
Nice.
Which brings you guys up to 23 days worth of food. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.25 days left to travel. If you want, we can just try to fast track it. And you guys can just make a couple of series of rolls and we can just cook through if you want to get to town. Or if you want to role play out the whole 8 days, I'm totally down.
Okay.
I'm fine just cooking through.
Okay.
Fast track it through.
Me too.
Okay, everybody give me a group average planetary piloting check.
Everybody?
Yep. And this is just going to be the group check for navigating the entire trip. Oh, sorry, add setback die. 2 setback die because there's a big stretch of this river you don't know. Dar got 1 success. Okay. Gee, where is your skill here? Oh, found it. All right. You guys
Go potty.
managed to get through. You bang up the Rat Queen quite a bit. It's going to require, if you were to utilize it again, it would require pretty significant repairs. It's not quite Johnny Depp coming into port on the first in the first Pirates of the Caribbean, but your homemade boat has certainly seen better days. But you managed to make it to. Let me look at my notes. What did I call the freaking town? Plateau City. Sorry, you guys managed to make it to Plateau City. You're at the Delta near the plateau. You have to kind of like take one of the like river offshoots to get here, but you'd already been planning on that. There is a dock. There are boats tied up of a great variety. Yours is definitely the most interesting boat on this dock. With your large rodent skin sail and everything. You guys are definitely getting a shitload of stares as you pull in. And as you pull up to a dock, a older human male comes out and just, can I help you?
These are not the droids you're looking for.
Where do you guys come from? It's quite a boat you got there.
Come from the wild.
We're well, I guess I can't really speak too much. I growl at him a bit.
We're wanderers.
And I tell my teammates is like, tell them that we're just naturalists. We like to enjoy nature.
I'm a plant guy.
Get this guy off her back.
I like plants.
I'm a meat guy. I like meat.
Come on, Stevie. What are you? Are you a fish person?
All right. Gar, go ahead and give me a easy deception check. Jeb, no check required. That was honest.
Hey.
He just kind of goes like, I mean, it takes all sorts, I guess. Whatever, man. Your boat is your boat. Who am I to judge? It is 5 credits a day for a docking fee.
Yeah, we might have to boot dock this one, boys. I don't know if you have any money.
We're just dismounting. I'm gonna take the boat and park it somewhere else.
Yeah, honestly, is our boat even worth 5 credits a day?
Can I take somebody who has a comm link and the other group has a comm link? That way,
I'll go with you.
Once we park the boat somewhere in the middle of nowhere, we know where to find you.
Yeah, sounds good.
I can go with you.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've got a comm link so you can communicate with me and
All
Jeb.
right. You two, Jeb and the Wookiee, Rovi. We'll be back.
Cool. We're gonna scout out the local talent.
Okay.
We're a bunch of cheapskates.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, can somebody please tell this guy that that's a ridiculous price and we're leaving?
Yeah.
Somebody please tell him that.
For this trash, it costs this thing is worth less than 5 credits, so I think we'll take our chances. I mean, you don't see this big bite mark out of it from the fight we were in last night?
You see, like, hey man, like, you do what you want. It's 5 credits. It's you do you. I didn't pull my shitty your talk and start asking around about, you know.
I still think we should be real shitty about it. To this guy who's just doing his job.
You know what? You know what, Roby? Roll a force die.
All right.
This is a brilliant idea.
Whee!
Okay. Yeah, you don't take conflict for being a dick. Congratulations. For whatever reason, the force is okay with this.
He probably can't understand me, is what it is.
Right. And, yeah.
Just menacing Wookiee noises, and he's like, "Whatever, man."
Right. All right. Are you guys taking anything, or what I should say, what are you guys going to stash at the boat, and what are you taking with you to town?
We don't have a way to lock up any, like, our food, do we?
Your food is wrapped in leaves and being carried in homemade baskets made out of sticks and shit.
Yeah.
I love this.
But we're able to carry it?
Yes, you are able to carry it.
Okay, well.
Ooh, snacks.
What else do we have on the boat other than the stuff we're just carrying with us?
I mean, you guys got some, like, you guys took time to make some survival equipment, like some, like, you know, lengths of cordage and some traps and, you know, some stuff like that. Also the hide from the creature.
I say we throw leaves on that too, because who's going to mess with our rickety ass boat with a bunch of leaves on it?
Right. I say when we park the boat, we'll just bury all the stuff and then pop the raft on top of it too.
We're going straight pirate on this.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I love that you guys are going full Huckleberry Finn.
And let's stay close enough to town so we don't have to go to hotel. We need to stay the night.
Yeah, definitely.
We
got to spend our money on some a vehicle.
Let's go find a job too.
Yeah. So you guys, yes, you managed to load up the hide and the meat and leave most of your homemade survival gear. Somehow this went from Star Wars to Naked and Afraid. And I'm not really sure how we got there. I think somebody might have gone off on a mission that they were absolutely unprepared for. But
hey, we survived.
This is sci-fi. You can do anything and get away with it.
Yeah. Okay. You're good. Yep, so you have your meat and your hide and all of your personal possessions. We'll say the boat is stashed. And you guys can now take one of the large cargo lifts up the side of the plateau to Plateau City.
Cool.
It is pretty similar to what you saw before. It seems actually a little more busy, a little more maybe crowded. There's a lot more people out and about than there were last time you were here. Also, last time you were here was like, I don't know, 15 days ago. It's been at least it's been a little while. It's been a little while.
Do we know any kind of like imperial presence?
There is no imperial presence on this planet. Or no, hang on, one second. Let me just double check my notes. I kind of don't think there is. But Oh, okay. There is a very small Imperial garrison. At least that's what you were told.
Okay, but we don't see like a heightened. You said it's more busy. It's not like more busy with Imperial soldiers or anything. Like
No,
it's
just more busy with people.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, maybe this will be better for us job wise. Might have like a market or something going on.
So are you guys going to sell all that food basically at a market? Like find a farmer's market, go pawn it off on
put the hide there.
Yeah, I guess.
I think that be a simple way to get a couple credits that we didn't have before.
Yeah. And I guess we can ask around and see how common. I mean, these things seem to be pretty common in the river that we were on, so I would imagine they're probably pretty well known to the locals. But we'll find out, I guess.
And if we
We'll
smoked it, then
around.
it should be like jerky, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, we can sell them like little stacks. Make a ton of money off of them.
Mm-hmm.
We could start a new business. We just got to get some crocodile killing weapons.
Yeah.
There we go.
Awesome. We just went from Naked and Afraid to Crocodile Dundee.
That's not a knife.
That's not a vibro axe. That's a vibro axe.
We'll have a reason to be in the wilderness, so.
All right. So you arrive in market. You find this is a hub town for a primarily agricultural planet. So it takes you all of 30 seconds to find a farmer's market. This is a pretty impressive farmer's market, especially given the size. There's a massive variety of various food sources, of various food stock, as well as all kinds of agricultural byproducts like leather, and then leather products, as well as art and just a ton of stuff. There's even people actively cooking and selling food, food truck style, at the market. And this is a pretty good sized market.
I'm gonna start doing those ballyhoo things where I try to get people's attention to come buy our meat.
Are you just walking through the crowd hawking your meat, or what?
I mean, why not? We don't have tables or anything.
Okay, give me a hard negotiation check.
My specialty. Ooh. There we go. How? Why?
Nobody wants your weird ass street jerky.
Good, I gotta keep the hide then.
Way to look on the bright side, Jeb.
Yeah, nobody wants your unverified leaf wrapped street jerky. In fact, some people think you might be homeless.
What?
I mean, they're not entirely wrong.
You guys are looking quite disheveled after 15 days in roughing it.
Professional vagabonds for hire.
And no one wants your weird alligator jerky.
Well, since we're running into some issues where we might need some connections, let's go ask that Chance dude if he can help us out.
Okay.
Let's go knocking at his door.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a easy streetwise check.
Okay. Is that knowledge? Knowledge streetwise?
Yeah, knowledge streetwise. Okay, let's see. All right. Yeah, you guys actually find him hanging out in the bar where you met him. It seems to be kind of his regular spot. He's like, so he just goes, "Oh man," comes in. "Oh man, we all figured you were goners. You were talking about going out there after the creature. We heard you cut her right out of town, and then just nobody heard from you. We thought you were gone. What's the scoop? What's out there? What happened? Tell me all about it."
Does this guy communicate with my language? I forget.
Yes, I believe he was one of the couple of people that spoke your language.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or at least understands it a little bit.
Okay, cool.
I'm sure we look pretty disheveled, so I'm just gonna be like, "Yo, that voice is no joke." But no, I mean, complete bust. We're just glad to be back in town.
Turns out we kind of like the jungle.
I mean, it was nice out there, but we want to get paid next time we go out there. Let's just say it like that.
Stevie, give me a give me an average deception check upgraded once.
Okay, so is that with a blue die?
That'll be one red, one purple.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You're going up against his bullshit detector.
Well darn.
He's like, "Oh, come on. There had to be more to it than that." What happened, man? It looks like you guys have been living off the land for a while.
Yeah, we
that's
got
pretty
out
accurate.
there. Yeah, we got out there and realized we were in over our heads. So, we turned back around and hey, we got this cool alligator thing.
Okay, well, at that he stops. He is no longer interested in what you guys were doing. It's like, "Oh man, you guys killed a hex gator?"
You bet your ass we did.
The show?
Well, why'd you destroy all the meat? Smoking it like this.
Oh, we thought it would be tasty this way.
Oh, I mean, I don't know. All I know is for anyone dumb enough to go after him, some of the higher end restaurants will pay pretty good for fresh meat.
That's BS.
It wouldn't have made it fresh. We had several days.
Yeah.
It would have rotted before we got there.
That doesn't change the fact that had it been fresh, you could have gotten it.
Yeah, well, we were traveling pretty slowly, so we wouldn't have been able to make it back to town with it being fresh. So
Right,
we did what we could with it.
We could do it
Oh yeah. He goes, did you guys keep the hide?
Absolutely. One of our old Jeb over there, he would never let us throw away the hide.
What?
In fact, he cared more about the hide than the meat.
He cares about the hide more than his own hide.
though.
Well, I know a fella. He makes saddles. He might be interested in some of that for embellishment. It's not easy stuff to get.
You know a guy?
Yeah, I believe you. It wasn't easy to get.
I'd carve it out.
They put up a pretty big fight, and usually there's a couple of them. And that, the more splashing you do, the more that show up. It's a risky proposition.
Yeah, well, we're risk takers. You know that about us.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you want me to call my guy? Maybe get you a little cheddar, get you some walking around money.
Absolutely. What's your cut?
Sounds fantastic.
Oh, don't worry about it. Maybe just tell him, you'll take care of that favor I owe him.
Sounds like a deal.
As always.
Awesome. Excellent.
I know you're good for it.
The fact that you think he's good for it is hilarious.
Oh, that was a straight up lie. I know he's not good for it,
but okay. Yeah. I'll give you his address. Tell him you'll take care of that favor for me.
All right.
So, also, this is the same place where you guys saw like that, like look like that work for hire bulletin board thing.
Yep.
And many of those jobs are still available, including some like. Let's see here. What's the name of the place? Let me pull up my notes again.
Does anybody have a data pad?
Ooh.
I would
that's
calmly-
what I'm hoping to get.
I feel like I should, and stupid that I don't.
Yeah, I probably should too. I don't have one. Well, I guess one of us could just steal one of the flyers.
I will.
Are these like take a flyer type thing, or?
Yeah, probably. I mean, yeah, probably.
Because I was gonna take a picture of one, but otherwise.
You're thinking 21st century.
Right. Yeah, if we had a data pad, it'd be easy just to snap a quick picture of it. But short of that. The bonus, if we take the whole sheet, we know there's less competition. So
There's several flyers for like the same stuff.
Okay, cool. So yeah, we'll snag one of those.
There's a couple of new jobs outside of some of the normal, ranching, this, that, and the other. The mining guild is looking for skilled bushmen for an unnamed task, promising reasonable reward.
That's up my alley.
Yeah, definitely.
Ooh, that way we could like venture out there. Well, I don't know. I don't want to lead anyone to the temple though.
There's also several jobs. What was that?
Sorry, that's me. Hold on one second. Keep going.
There's several nondescript jobs looking for capable people in Safu Township, which is a town directly downriver from Plateau City, where you're at. And then also, let's see here. Oh, and there's also a town of Bedrock looking for guards.
Yabba dabba
Is
doo.
it Flintstones Bedrock City?
What?
Is it the Bedrock City for the Flintstones?
No, it is not the Bedrock City Flintstones.
Disagree. So my thought is, we basically let's see how much money we can get for this gator thing. And then based on that, decide whether we want to look for a legit job or if we become roving gator hunters. Because if we're going to be going back and forth to this temple, we're going to be going right over gators the whole time.
I love that idea.
So if we get a good source of transportation, and maybe a little bit of practice.
We
and
should go around pretending like we should go around being the kind of people that try to like get free information out of everybody by pretending like we're interested in them and just ask about the gators.
yeah.
Like get a whole bunch of free information off people and then apply it to our business and crowd out all the competition. This is a brilliant strategy.
Yes, that no one has ever thought of before and no one will see coming.
I don't see how this could possibly backfire.
For everybody else, why shouldn't it work for us?
All right. So, in addition to the other previous jobs, Bedrock Township is looking for guards, and Safu Township is looking for determined individuals.
Oh, determined, huh?
Determined? That's all they're looking for?
Hey, who's to say we can't just go hunt a few gators and then try a job?
Sure.
Literally nothing.
Yeah.
Like we have this guy's recommend like his address and everything too.
Yeah, you want to go talk to him?
Unless one of these jobs though, because we don't really have the stuff to hunt gators. Like we got lucky with that one.
That's exactly why I want to get information so I can get better weapons for it.
So I say go with another job to at least get some
Yeah, that's a good idea. It would be nice.
Some guns or something.
Right.
Like, I'm all for the gator hunting business. That sounds dope, but
the big one is the transportation, which we need anyways. If we're going to be hunting gators, we should probably not be doing it on a rickety ass raft.
You don't want to do it on like a destroyed pontoon boat in the Florida swamp.
Right. Airboat.
Airboat.
I'm down.
Yeah, exactly.
Just get real Florida man real fast up in here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do they have Jedi jobs?
We gotta get some bath salts involved.
Space domain.
We got electric lettuce in the last campaign. Can we have electric bath salt?
Depends. Are the bath salts for us or for the gator?
Why not both? Sure, both.
Investigators.
I don't see this going poorly at all.
How we look.
Do any of you guys watch Sons of Anarchy?
I've seen a little bit, but not a ton.
So there's this one episode where these guys have to steal a truck, like a big rig, right, from the yard. And so one guy tells the other guy to like put drugs in a steak and throw it over the fence. And so they do that, and the dog comes up and like eats the steak and like runs off.
Yeah.
So they give it a little bit and they hop the fence. And then as they're getting in, this dog just comes like thundering at them, frothing at the mouth, just losing its shit, and bites one guy in the ass. And he goes, "What the hell did you give that thing?" And he says, "Crystal, it should be dead." And he's like, "You're telling me you gave methamphetamine to a killer Doberman?" He's like, "I gave him like 5 grams. It should be dead."
Mistake. Oh man.
Yeah, I feel like that might be a very relaxed version of what you're proposing there, Dan.
Well, that would spoil the meat for whoever's going to eat it later. Or maybe
It'll give it a nice
who's
season
to say?
Yes. Okay. So, what are you guys up to? You want to go visit this guy?
Yeah, let's go check out the contact.
Yes, please. Yes.
Okie dokie. Pretty easy to get there. It's not that big of a town, especially once you have directions. Upon arriving inside the shop, you see that there is a large variety of handcrafted leather products, everything from boots to jewelry, bracelets, wristbands, that type of thing. Even a few like coats and jackets. but predominantly it seems to be what look like pretty high-end saddles. They're not in a shape or style that you recognize outside of just being a saddle. But they all look pretty high, like pretty good stuff, pretty high-end stuff. And there's a middle-aged human and two children in the back, and they're doing smaller tasks and trimming things, and he's doing running the big leather stitchers and that kind of stuff. He says, "Oh, can I help you?"
All right, who's taking the lead on this one?
Me.
Go for it.
Really, Jeb? Really? With your one yellow, one green negotiation?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Hey, he's got me beat.
All right. Okay. So he's gonna say, "Well, what can I do for you?"
Okay.
Jeb, what are you gonna say?
I have some meat and some hide for you.
He comes over and says, "Well, what kind of hide do you got there?"
It's a
Don't think I'm too interested in the meat.
gator hide and
Oh, some Hex Gator meat or some Hex Gator hide. That's good stuff. Let's see here. Well, let's see what you got. He's gonna kind of put up on the table, look at it. He says, "Huh? You new to skinning, son?"
yes. Yes.
Well, it shows. Practice makes perfect, I guess. Unfortunately, you've damaged some of the cuts, some of the traditional cuts. A lot of folks like to use kind of the ridge line of the scales there at the back to for decoration, and you kind of cross that a couple different times. But I mean, it's certainly usable for something. I could definitely find a use for it. What are you looking to get out of it?
Just throw out a number, I guess.
I
Okay.
say 200 credits.
200 credits. How about that?
I think we should take a look at how much these saddles are selling for.
They're quite expensive. Some of these saddles are quite expensive.
Okay.
Actually, I would say if somebody wants to make a streetwise check to try to figure out, or I would say streetwise or knowledge outer rim check to determine what you guys should throw out as a starting number. Anybody can make that check.
Anybody smart?
I'm only smart in xenology.
Yep. I'm not super good. I can do it if no one else does.
All right, Ruby, you're up.
All right. 2 purple?
Yeah, 2 purple. Okay.
Hey-o.
Just judging off of what you can see from the prices, if you guys got 400 credits for this, that would be you'd be pretty pleased to get 400 credits.
Cool.
Given that it's a little hacked up and, not in traditional cuts. So
All right, I'll kind of whisper to Jeb. Let's start with 400.
400. 400.
All right. Oh, he goes, yeah. Like I said, it's going to be a lot of work to kind of work around, the hack job you did there. I'm really thinking more in the realm of 250.
Okay.
Oh, you're supposed to say 300.
300. 300.
Got a dicker with him.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. I'm afraid 250 is the best I can do.
All right, it's fair.
You bring. He goes over and pulls up a screen that's got. It kind of flips through a catalog and comes up with a diagram of the hex gator, and he's kind of, if you kind of do this, kind of cut it more in this pattern, I'll be able to do a lot more with it. Do you got the head by chance?
No, we did not get the head.
Okay, well that's a shame. The skulls are sometimes go for a fair bit. The teeth certainly do, and even some of the head skin, if prepared properly, can be used for. Well, some people like them for like backpacks or something.
Mm-hmm.
But
Seems like
yeah, I can give you 250 if you're interested.
I say we take it.
Oh,
yeah.
I'll take it.
Yep.
For stumbling
Alright.
across this,
Oh yeah.
it's absolutely
Plus,
a
we
deal.
Plus, we still got the meat, right?
Yeah.
I'll take it.
We won't starve to death.
Yes, you have 16 days worth of alligator jerky.
Delicious. I say after we're done selling this to this guy, we go to one of those fancy restaurants and be like, hey, now we realize we didn't do this batch right. Will you buy it at all? And how much would you pay us for this much if it was fresh? I feel like that's worth a shot.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
I love it.
Yeah, it doesn't take you guys long to find a restaurant. The maitre d', once he kind of hears your guys' story, says, well, let me get the head chef. Why don't you guys come on back? And he kind of leads you back into the kitchen, and this is where you see what is probably the skinniest basilisk you've ever seen. Super skinny guy. Really like rail thin. But he has all four arms doing a different task. Like and he's basically working a whole line by himself.
Coordinated.
Nice.
Just running the show. And he's barking orders at people and this, that, and the other. And the maitre d' comes up and he goes, Chodo, we got somebody here about Hexgator meat. And you see him, you say, he kind of looks, all right, give me one second. He goes, Danny, Charlie, Freddie, take over. And like 3 people come in to do the job that he was previously doing. As he comes over and he says, y'all have some interest in Hexgator meat?
I'm gonna try and charm him with the tastiness of smoked Hexgator meat.
We would like to introduce you to the next culinary bombshell, smoked gator meat. And I'll present him with a sample.
See here, I would say give me an average charm check.
All right,
You're not quite lying, but you're definitely going to need to do some convincing.
All right.
He goes, oh, okay. He grabs a chunk, and you can see, like, he's got, like, a bunch of different knives and spatulas and stuff all tucked into, like, a chef utility belt along with his apron. And he, like, pulls out a knife and is, like, holds it with a cup with, like, one hand, cuts it with the other, picks that piece up and eats it with a third hand while gesturing with a fourth hand. He goes, whew, that's a might tough and pretty unseasoned. I I think you guys might need to reassess your business plan.
It was okay, and then I'll just say, all right, well, it was worth a shot. We're actually here to see if you'd be interested in a supply of the fresh stuff. We smoked it so that it wouldn't go bad. Would you be interested in hiring us on as suppliers?
I mean, I don't know how consistent you think you can be with it, but I'd be happy to buy it from you, assuming it's less than a day. It's got to be same day freshness with this stuff, or it goes bad pretty quick. And trust me, if it's not same day and it's not cooked, everybody's gonna know.
So if we get it to you same day, can you preserve it for a longer amount of time, or does it need to be a steady, like, supply of fresh stuff every day?
Oh no! Once you get it here, I can preserve it no problem. It's just, out in the ambient air, this stuff goes bad pretty quick.
Okay, so if we could guarantee you, say, for example, 4 of these a month, what would that be of interest?
Absolutely. There's a pretty high demand for it as a delicacy, especially for the off-worlders, which there seems to be plenty of these days, thanks to the damn blockade.
Oh yeah, it's
Can I-
frustrating.
Can I
Okay.
poke in and ask about how many credits per pound we're going to get for this?
Yes, please do that.
Well, I got to have one of you guys ask. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Gee, I don't know how much it's even worth.
I would say go ahead and give me an average negotiation check.
Okay. Ooh.
He goes, well, figure average size hex gator. Some of the meat's going to go bad, obviously. Have to trim that off. I would say, oh shoot! I mean, if it's good quality, fresh, no real fishy taste to it, I'd go as high as 500 credits for a whole gator.
Ooh, that does sound like a good deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you do 550?
Roll your. Oh, you already did. Yeah, that is the
Oh, wait,
advantage.
that's the absolute
I was
highest
originally going to
amount.
offer you guys like 400 or something.
Oh. All right. Well, in that case, I'll just take it. Like, if you guys are cool with it.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I mean,
definitely.
that's guaranteed work right there. If we can bring in 4 a month, and it doesn't have to be all on the same day, that's 2,000 credits in a month.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
granted, we need to do a lot of hunting, and it's going to take a lot of effort to find them all the time. But I think that we can do it.
I think it'll be worth the cost. Yeah.
I mean, even if it's just for a short period of time, like we wouldn't have to do this for super long.
Yeah.
I guess I should make that clear to this Basilisk, is like we're looking to do it, but not for like years. We're looking to do this as like a short term supply job. That way we can bring in some income. We're not going to be here for forever.
Oh yeah, no worries. Like I said, I'll be impressed if you can get more than a couple before you get a little big for your britches and lose a limb or two.
Well, we're willing to give it a shot.
Yeah, just like I said, I can preserve it. There's plenty of market. Anything I don't buy, I can sell to off-worlders. Anything I don't use, I can sell to the off-worlders.
No risk to you.
Consider it a standing offer.
All right. I'll take that deal. We'll be back with the next one we get, uncooked this time. You want skin on or skin off?
Oh, skin off. I can't do nothing with that thick hide.
You betcha.
He you can see he kind of like stops for a second, goes into his cabinet, and like pulls out like a Ziploc bag and starts like dumping some different powders and leaves and shit into it and like shakes it up and then kind of ties a knot in the bag and says, "Hey, next time you smoke it, try covering it in this stuff. It might do something about that flavor."
Ah, thank you.
Real
Much appreciated.
firm with that smoked aged game you got there.
I gotta say, I've never met a basilisk before, but if they're all like you, I'm pretty impressed.
He laughs real loud and claps you on the back. He says, "We'll see how it goes with you making it off planet, let alone meeting other basilisks." It's weird. He doesn't think you're gonna live very long.
I'll chuckle a little bit along with him, and then say, "All right, I gotta get out there and start hunting these crocs. So I'll catch you later."
All right. Well, lady and gentlemen, it is 3 minutes to 10. I'm assuming everybody is good leaving it off here.
Yes.
It's midnight for me, so I'm good.
Okay, I will make a note that you guys have.
I love that we just made that deal.
Agreement for.
We're gonna make credits off of the hide too, because we'll bring in the gator. We take the hide over to get 400 credits for it, and then we bring the meat over and we get 500.
Yep. And then the head as well, right?
Oh, the head! I forgot about the head. We totally have to trap them.
I was thinking tranquilize. We got to find some kind of a tranquilizer.
Yeah.
Or we can like lure them into a trap like they do in the gator hunt. And then Roby can come in with his vibro axe.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we butcher them when we're closer. That way the meat stays fresh.
Yep. I was thinking to keep it fresh. If we have some kind of transport that gets us there in a day, awesome. If not, we got to figure out a way to like put it on ice. try to keep it cool. Yeah.
Sort of
and even
cryogenic.
if we just bring them one at a time and start off with like 2 and 3 in a day, if we stay close to town, we should be able to get here pretty fast too.
Yeah, that's a good point.
We were pretty far out with that last one.
So. We're kind of redoing what we did in the Broken Star campaign.
Actually. You are a little bit.
Yeah. That wasn't my intention, but I just thought it would be really fun.
It's literally not at all what I had intended. But you know what? You guys do you. You
handle it really well.
Entrepreneurs, you do you.
I can't.
You gotta find some way of funding your Jedi learning. So
I'm studying business. This is just how my brain works. Okay.